It takes a certain amount of courage to enter a boxing ring, the courage to challenge oneself, to face your fears head on, to quiet a pounding heart, to reach for success while risking failure. This is the classroom and laboratory of the Grand Rapids Youth Boxing Foundation, the Martin Luther King Gym at Martin Luther King Park. The sport is boxing. The lesson is life. At first glance, it is like any other boxing gym, but here, training goes well beyond jabs, bobbing, and weaving. The Grand Rapids Youth Boxing Foundation, GR Box, is about training young citizens. For those 16 and under, school comes first. Each young student must provide regular progress reports from teachers in order to participate. It's a collaborative effort between students, teachers, and parents. If the student is not making the grade, we'll help. And GR Box is presently organizing a tutoring and homework program, which we hope to make available to other neighborhood children as well. GR Box is a nonprofit organization dedicated to offering positive activities to the youth of our community. Life is a series of choices, any one of which can produce success or failure. The lessons of boxing, discipline, fitness, focus, and commitment can become the fabric of a person throughout his or her life. Young people like Brian Martinez are what Grand Rapids Box is all about. Brian had never boxed before joining the Martin Luther King program. He's a good student, a polite and charming young man who is a leader in the gym and a champion in the ring. In 2003, Brian won the Ringside National Championship in Kansas City. When he is not boxing himself, he is cheering on those members of the MLK team who are. While boxing is the most individualized of sports, here in this gym, the concept of team building is paramount.
Yeah, everyone can help themselves and each other. You know, if they're doing things wrong, they'll say something to each other, they give each other encouragement. Being that when you're by yourself, you don't have everybody doing that.
Boxing is not for everyone. Neither are football or tennis. Boxing is another choice for Grand Rapids youth, and all are welcome, including girls and young women. Diamond Sparks is a good example. She told her father she wanted to try boxing, and he was willing to let her give it a try. Today she laughs and says she used to box like a girl. In 2003, Diamond was a ringside national champion. Participants quickly learn that busy hands in the gym are preferable to mischievous feet running the streets. The Grand Rapids Police Labor Council and the Grand Rapids Firefighters Union have recognized the positive influence of an athletic program which occupies the time of young people after school. Together they funded the purchase of uniforms for boxing tournaments, and they combined to pay for scholarships for youth who are unable to afford the $50 annual fee to join the ML King boxing program. Part of that fee goes to pay for insurance to cover the young athletes while in the program. It takes courage to set goals, and even more, to stick to a regimen of training to reach them. Last year, Dolly Grant was one of the parents visiting the gym for our first Parents Open House.
Some of the children that come in here are very needy, and to provide that extra attention is just wonderful for the kids. And when I first came here and saw all of that magic and the dynamics that was happening between the trainer and some of the children, I was just in awe. I've never seen such a thing before, and to be so sincere and so real, I've fallen in love, actually, personally.
This year, Dolly Grant is a coach, a respected one.
I've become a certified coach. I'm here just about every day, and I'm feeling like mom to all of our athletes here at MLK.
Anything we ask her to do, she'll do. She does tons of research. She goes everything from working the pads to, doing all the research on who's been fighting in the nationals, tournaments, things like this.
Two of Dolly's sons, Eric and Bruce, are members of the ML King program. They're proud of her.
It's nice to give me more time to spend with her and give us a strong relationship. She gives me tips and helpful hints on what to do and what not to do. So I like it.
At the Golden Glove State Championship, Dolly's son Eric climbed into the ring to face his toughest opponent yet, Andre Durrell of Flint, who is qualified to represent the U.S. in the Olympic Games in Greece this summer. Durrell has had more international bouts than Eric has had total bouts, but the young man didn't back down.
It was an experience of a lifetime. He was very fast. He was a nice person. It gave me a lot of confidence in my boxing game. So I liked it. I liked the experience. I liked the work. I was a little nervous before it happened because of all the hype about him. But once I got in there, I talked to him a little bit, told him he wasn't as good as everybody say he was, just to get under his skin and make him a little angry at me. So I wasn't intimidated at all.
Eric Grant demonstrated real heart. It's not something a coach can teach, but it is something good coaching can help focus and develop. Young Kevin Chilton was born with heart. It's helped him combat the cerebral palsy with which he was also born. Kevin is at the gym every day, working out, training.
Oh, Kevin gets upset when he sees people slacking off in training, and he looks at that as, you know, that's the worst thing a person could be doing, is just wasting the fact that they can run and they're not doing it. And he's sitting on the sidelines going, I wish I could.
In the Silver Gloves tournament last year, Kevin was a competitor. He insisted on the opportunity.
He wanted to do it. I mean, a handicap doesn't mean you can't do things, for gosh sakes. He wanted to box, let him box. He held his own, he did well, he had a good time. That was the whole reason for it. That's the whole reason we're here. Let him box just because he has cerebral palsy and can't move. His hands can move.
Normally, coaches teach boxers to stay off the ropes. Training Kevin was different because he needs the ropes to steady himself. No one questions Kevin's courage. He has dreams of his own.
So you rise above each hurdle you encounter. Let no obstacle before you slow your speed.
Kevin Chilton didn't win this fight, but don't tell him that. Amateur boxing is a safe sport. Studies show it results in fewer and less damaging injuries than football, hockey, basketball, roller skating, blading, and boarding. Our student athletes have all the problems of other young people their ages. However, here, the individual counts. Problems in school, the student gets help. Problems at home, we seek to arrange counseling. In the gym, there are rules to follow, and each participant knows what they are and agrees to abide by them to remain in the program. There is something inspiring about a gym full of special young people with places to go, mountains to climb, and promises to keep to themselves. It's what keeps bringing them back, reaching a little farther into themselves than they did last week or the day before. They've all got that courage.